Now, it is my personal, factual, correct opinion that going second decks are better in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Hey, it's me, so I prefer going second decks in this game for a variety of reasons. I just think it's the way to go. I feel comfortable playing a going second deck. I feel powerful playing a going second deck, and I'm going to break down the reasons as to why. Before I get into it, though, I want to hand us off over to our sponsor for today, Tokyo Treats. They've got some Japanese snack boxes they want me to show you, and I'll be back, go. This video is sponsored by Tokyo Treats. Look how fire that intro is, bro. Tell me you don't want snacks. Now, when you hear the word sponsor, you think Salesman Saul in a suit, and if you did think that, you are 1/3 correct. I haven't my laundry. I'm not wearing pants. Anyway, now once again, I have to be completely honest with you. If you've seen a Tokyo Treats sponsor for me, you know where this is going. They were kind enough to sponsor me again, and I just lack the strength. It isn't. The flesh is weak. The flesh is weak. These things are delicious. I finished them already. I'm supposed to leave one for the ad. I did it. Can I pull a clip of me eat? I don't know. I'm editing this. I don't know where the clip is. I ate these on stream. I was just eating them. They're pudding flavored Kit Kats. I'd seen the peach flavor from the last advertisement, but I had never seen pudding before. I did not know what to expect going in. Was not disappointed. That's not all. They also sent me a cookies and cream waffle. It is also gone. By the way, have I mentioned that Tokyo Treats is a monthly Japanese subscription box where you get candy, treats, all sorts of things. I got so carried away with the snacks that I forgot to do the ad. They're sharing their culture with the world through the medium of snacking, and fear not, if you're like me, ignorant, they have a 24-page booklet that tells you exactly what you're eating and what you're getting. Use my code in the description or pinned comment. Get your Tokyo Treat box, you just ship it on down to you. And thank you, Tokyo Treats, for sponsoring this video. Let's go back. Let's go. Okay, so I like your lips, I like your hair. Tell me why you like going second deck so much. Well, there's a number of things about going second in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel that I think is just, it's just, I don't know. The stigma is the wrong word. The norm is to want to go first so you can set up a big negate board, prevent your opponent from playing, set your trap cards because trap cards can't be activated the turn that they're set, so they're only live on turn 2, which means that you would want to go first for that, right? Get your traps active earlier. Traps are pretty slow in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, so I don't know if I would count that as like a reason. And yeah, it just lets you kind of pioneer the duel, set up your board, and you're good to go. Now, mind you, you have to contest against certain things going first, like, you know, if your opponent has hand traps or anything like that, but they have not been able to properly play yet, so you want to stop them before they can start. Well, that's all good and fine. I hear you, I respect you. No, I don't. But anyway, let me get started on the list. So basically, going second decks, in my opinion, are superior in a best-of-1 format, which Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is. Now, in standard Yu-Gi-Oh!, you play 3 games against someone. You have the coin toss. You get to choose when you go first or second if you lose game 1, so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that make it so that, you know, if you just come in swinging, like, get a lot of bang for your buck, sure, you get a game out of that, but you're not going to win the entire match because it's best of 3. But we're playing a best-of-1 format, meaning that getting in, how do I put it? The single game that you're playing matters more because it's the only game that you're playing. There's nothing else, right? And so for that reason, I don't know, I just think that it's easier to plan around the going second deck. Now, if the coin toss is a 50-50, which means I have a 50% chance to choose what I'm going to do. So if I want to go first, I have a 50% chance to go first, and a 50% chance to go second, but I'm choosing to go second. And then most people are playing going first deck, so they're always choosing to go first, meaning that if I win the coin toss, I win. If my opponent wins the coin toss, I probably win anyway. So like there's a degree of consistency that comes with going second in a going first format, which is what we're currently in, right? Now the second thing is, well, you know, the big negate board that we talked about. Your opponent plays Sword Soul, you know, they get Baron de Fleur, they get a DPE, they get this, that, and the other on the field. Well, there's a lot of cards that exist to help break boards going second, not just Nibiru, for example, but cards like Dark Ruler No More, Forbidden Droplets, those kinds of things that can help you break a big negate board by negating their monsters and then playing through it. There are ways around these things, which is one main reason why I'm like, okay, I like having that surprise element where you make your board and then I dismantle it. Another thing that I really like about going second is the fact that your opponent has to build their board with no knowledge of what you're playing, unless you use a hand trap that's like archetype specific that gives it away. Rare, but still. So they're going in completely blind, meaning that if there's a specific play that they need to make to counter you, they don't know about it. Meanwhile, you get more information along with getting an additional draw before you start your first turn, right? So you start with 6 cards, and you just have, you know what you're up against, so you know exactly how to approach the board and dissect it and turn your opponent's first turn into a waste of resources. Now, the caveat to all of that is you have to open those cards, you have to open the Dark Rulers or the Droplets, all those kinds of things, but this is Master Duel, it's all virtual, so you can just craft, so you have a play set of everything that you need to put in whatever deck you're playing going second, which I love. And then on top of that, this game is extremely hand trap heavy right now, so going second, you go with the 3 Maxies, the 3 Ash Blossoms, and you can turn your opponent's first turn into a non-factor. Now, it does depend on the kind of going second deck you're playing, because some going second decks have a bigger core, which means that you can't put it in as many staples. But if you're playing a deck that allows for a couple of staples, I feel like I had to put 3 Maxi in every going second deck. You play 3 to C1, right, on turn 1. 3 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom is the standard. Ghost Spells popping up in Rise, it's rising in popularity, all that good stuff. Sometimes Effect Veiler, sometimes Imperm. Just a lot of things that you can do to try and mess up the turn 1. But you can only do that insofar as your deck allows. So I don't go too crazy unless I'm playing a deck that can, like, it hangs loose with it, right? So there's also that. Now, I won't lie and tell you that there's no disadvantages to it. Like, for example, what if you, again, if you don't open the cards that out the big board and everything, then, like, what do? Like, you kind of just have to take the L on that front. But then if you play that many of them, you're bound to see something, or at least be able to play through some of the negates, is what I've found often enough. Obviously, there's no such thing as an absolute deck that can counter everything and is always prepared, but, you know, I just find that more often than not, I have the things that I need going second, because, again, I'm starting with an extra card. And then there's also the possibility that your opponent is also playing a going second deck, and they give you a they give you first, which is why if you're building a going second deck, have a going first game plan, even if it's not what you're trying to do. But that is another disadvantage, where your power level is significantly reduced going first, because you can't, well, a lot of these decks don't make big negate boards going first. I was about to bring Numerons up as an example. Don't play Numerons. Don't. Stop it. Stop. So yeah, those are the primary reasons why I like going second decks. I like my Mech Knights. I like my Sky Strikers. Are my favorite decks. It's, again, when it comes to real life Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, like, I don't know how much I would hold on to that argument in my heart of hearts. But in Master Duel, where it's a best of 1, I really do love going second decks. Even in competitive formats, going second can be fun if it's a going first format, right? You just gotta put those cards in your deck and deal with what you gotta deal with, is the thing, right? Now, tell me in the comments down below why I'm wrong. I'm gonna read all of them. No, I'm gonna read the comments. So let me know what you think about it. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. I've been away for a minute, and I need to get back on my P's and Q's. So like the video if you enjoyed it. You can see the little thing on the side for the Kickstarter. If you'd like to check that out, It's a little thing I'm cooking up, right? Until next time, friends, I'll catch you later. Bye.